Welcome back to another video. Today I'm talking about the most powerful technique or techniques, strategies that you can use to open your third eye the fastest way possible and start actually using this in your life on a daily basis and seeing the results and the fruits that come from activating this center of your being. It is an extremely important zone of energy, a chakra, to have working functionally within your being, because it is your intuition center. It is where you see and perceive reality for what it really is. This is super important to do, and just like everything else, this is a muscle. This is something that you work and purify every day as often as possible, and the more you purify it, the more you tap into and harness the potential of this energy center, the more the effects leak and overflow into your daily life. So first, let's just talk about why it's so important to have this center open and functional. First off, whenever you are using your third eye, whenever your energy is perceiving properly and flowing functionally through this awareness center, you step into a higher state of perceiving reality. Typically, whenever we are going about our day or living in this physical universe, we are typically in duality. Now, think about duality also being symbolized as the two eyes. The two eyes are perceiving the outside and bringing that into one awareness. Now, whenever we are living from the senses and living from outside in, then that is duality. We see duality all around us. We see the masculine, the feminine polarities all around us, and our senses are perceiving this to be reality. But whenever we shift our focus and our being into this area right here, the third eye, the pineal gland, we move into a unitary consciousness. We start to perceive reality for what it is. Let's just take the yin-yang symbol, right? You have the masculine and feminine polarity going about in a harmonious cycle, right? They can be the one circle can be perceived as two, but in actuality they are one in the same manifestation. The overarching hierarchy of this manifestation is unity, but it manifests itself as duality to manifest this level or layer of existence, this material universe. You have to have these dualities to have this physical existence. We couldn't reproduce our species without this, for example. We couldn't have light and dark. We couldn't have any differentiation or any separateness and be able to perceive the differences between that without this splitting of the one energy, the one source. So whenever we start to use this energy center, symbolically think of it as becoming into unity. Your eyes are shifting into one focused point, and that is this center that starts to perceive unity in everything. It is a higher state of evolution, it's a higher state of being, and it is the ultimate truth. They are all one and the same, but our senses perceive them as different. So first off, the easiest thing that you can do is whenever you are meditating, or even whenever you take a peace point throughout your day, remember to roll the eyes up like this, to roll them and to gaze them up towards your forehead, and try to look right here. Sometimes you can even tap here. I found this very helpful in the beginning whenever I was trying to find the proper place to keep my eyes. And another technique that was super beneficial for me, because if you are not experienced at doing this for long periods of time, or if you meditate and you typically just keep your eyes relaxed, then you're going to have a hard time with keeping your eyes steady. If you notice, my eyes don't move. Now, I remember whenever I was new at this practice, my eyes were flickering and blinking a lot and very unsteady, and that actually is a symptom of the beginning route to starting to harness this capability. But it is ultimately a distraction, because in meditation we want to be as still and try to move as little as possible so we can focus our energy into one point, which is in this area. So what you can do is, if you have a hard time keeping your eyes rolled up like this without blinking, especially with them closed, then you can find a place to sit down and find a point to look at in a room. Like right now, I am looking at a knot in a wooden beam that's on top of me. And you could do this for 1 minute to 5 minutes, and you could do that a couple of times a day. But right now, like, I'm just looking at this knot, and I found that doing that with my eyes open was extremely helpful. So really try this out. Even just a couple of minutes a day will really make a big benefit for this, because our eyes are untrained at looking up like this for such long periods of time. But whenever you harness this capability to look up without flinching or flickering, then your focus starts to become so one-pointed that this energy center starts to manifest itself to higher degrees. Now, what you can also do is you can look at this point and imagine it blinking. Imagine and feel this energy center opening. You can also start to perceive and see if you can perceive what they call the spiritual eye, the third eye. There's actually a manifestation of energy here, and people describe it as typically a yellow orb around this. The first layer is a yellow ring, and inside that ring is a blue ring, and inside that is a star, a white star. And so just try to observe and see if you can see any manifestations of that. And for a long time, I didn't see that at all, but I just kept focused and looking at this. And you'll notice whenever you do your meditations and you're keeping your focus at this center, your thoughts will slow down a lot, and you'll really start to perceive these thoughts coming in to greater degrees, and you'll also see the fallacies behind them, your mind playing tricks on you, or just any type of ego constructs that are coming up. You will start to perceive these very quickly. And this is one of the best benefits of doing this and using this and opening this energy center, is that you start to perceive the ego way faster. And this is one of the most important tips to actually progressing on your spiritual journey, is one, observing, being able to see the thoughts, being able to see the ego acting, and knowing that that is not you. But to perceive it and to allow it to let go and to not identify with it is foundational to growth. Now, number 2 to that growth is comprehension. I talk about this in my video that you can watch here called Slaying the Ego Once and for All. You must observe, and then you must comprehend these egoic thoughts that are coming up. And thoughts, you can choose to let them go, perceive them, and to let them go, or you can decide to dismantle them and stop them where they're coming from. See the falseness within them. See the lies that the ego is trying to present with you, and disentangle them. See your defects. See what you're doing and what you're holding yourself back with believing. And this is ultimately an extremely important tool to allow you to be able to grow, because without these 2 steps, you can't get to the point where you can dismantle the ego completely. What you can also do is you can, while you're looking up into your third eye, breathe and feel the prana, feel the air feel all the sensations going up into this part of your brain. And then whenever you breathe out, feel the same. And feel the air coming out through your nostrils from this point and then going back into this point. And the key really to opening this center is just having awareness here and refining it, trying to open it, keeping your focus on here, allowing perceptions that you usually don't have, and intuitions to come up, trusting the guidance that's coming up. And these are all markers and steps along the path to refining this center and progressing it further. So make sure to use these tips whenever you're meditating. Try to look into this area, feel this area. Even whenever you aren't meditating and you have your eyes open, you can focus your energy here and feel and perceive what's happening. And this is one of the most important things about meditation that we learn, is our focus, is our awareness. Where is it? So instead of allowing our perception and our awareness of ourselves to be outside of ourselves, dictated by the outside circumstances, we can bring back in our awareness here and into our body, and to know that we are the ultimate perceiver and witness of what is going on. We are not dictated by the outside. So that will also help you a lot with realizing this type of revelation. I hope this video helps you out a lot. Try this technique out in your meditation. Try it out whenever you're breathing. Try it when you're doing your qigong or just having your eyes closed, and really feel into this area. So this is a staple in all the meditation techniques that I do. I do this anytime I sit down. I do this anytime I close my eyes and start to do any type of practice, unless I'm intentionally bringing my energy downwards. But use this energy to enhance your perception. Use this energy to help you perceive and to intuit and to know what you really are and what you are not. So I hope this video helps you. If you liked it, leave a comment, drop a like. If you have any questions for me, feel free to comment that down below. I answer any questions that I can find. And until next video, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace, love, blessings, and light to you all. Namaste.